So then if you're doing the plumbing and you're back there at Wichita, and you know that over here on the west coast and Mexico City's down here, you know, you watch that release. The release is the most important thing on the earthquakes. That's what's going to save people's lives. You're going to figure out where the link is. In the Wichita area is linked to the Mexico City area and the Colima area for sure. And also the Oregon, California earthquakes that are out there beside the coast of California. It's not actually inland so far, it's just basically California. We're talking like LA, San Francisco, those places like that, and even out here in the ocean, you know, a little bit off in the ocean. It's been out there, and it's like 78 hours, I think, to get out in the ocean in this region between Oregon and California. 78 hours, if I remember correctly. And so figure out when the release is, you know, keep watching it daily, keep watching the cycles, and if you can mark down exactly when the release is to the exact minute, you know, that's great. And then, you know, you're gonna contact your people on the computer. You're gonna say, we finally had the release here in Wichita, you know, and your people down there in Mexico City, Colima area, they've been watching the earthquake build up down there. We know it's gonna hit within 24 hours. You got 24 hours to get your people out, you know, because there's nothing else big building up, and this is over here. And you know, since this one here, let's say this is like a 2.2 or 2.6 or something like that, you know, it's not a huge link over here. It's not building up. You know, the cell, I call them an earthquake cell. You know, it's just like a weather cell. You know, it moves in, except the earthquake cell never moves. It stays. The only thing an earthquake cell can do is it can grow in size, but it just stays where it's at. You know, it just stays right there. You know, unless it starts releasing. Then it might travel a little bit along the fault as it's releasing, but an earthquake cell usually releases quick, but then there are times when you'll see that it's losing its pressure, just like a person gets a flat tire on a car. It'll just start, the pressure will just start going down. But usually the pressure will go, they'll be in a cycle, you know, you'll be in like one of those cycles. Let's say you're on one of the cycles between 15, 30, 45, 15, you know, and you're up here like on a 4-day or a 4-minute cycle, you know, up here the pressure is the most at the 4-minute part. And all of a sudden in that 4 minutes, when you're expecting it to go back to where it was in the 15-minute thing just so it can come back up, well, it never goes there. It's gone. The pressure's gone. You've gone back to normal background radiation and normal background seismic pressure. So but basically what it is, it's kind of like you can figure out where basically I can't think of the name of that. The earthquake, the trigger earthquake. You can figure out where the trigger earthquake is. Sometimes when I've noticed that it's going to hit one of these spots, you know, that there'll be a trigger earthquake. Let's say the release is exactly this period of time over here. Let's say it's, I don't know, let's just say it hits at noon over here. It releases. All of a sudden you go back to normal background radiation and all the pressure's gone in the Wichita area. So you mark that down as noon, you know, on let's pick some date, let's say on the 1st. And my writing's terrible. And let's say it releases on noon on the 1st. And this thing works like plumbing in a house, basically. So basically what happens, if you can see exactly when this release is over here, that means that there's probably been a trigger earthquake over here, like in California or down here in this region in Oregon, somewhere in there. And you can kind of look for it. There might be like a 3.4 magnitude, an 3.4 magnitude earthquake somewhere, or something like that, you know. And that happened at that same time that release occurred, you know, or within like a minute or so of it. So basically what it is basically over here an earthquake hit, and when this earthquake hit, when this earthquake over here hits, this trigger earthquake hits, then, let's see, then it basically cracks the rock over here somewhere in this region. And when it cracks the rock over here, then the fluid that's in here can travel. That's what I figured out. It's kind of like some kind of traveling thing. That's how you can figure out that like 72 hours, you know, when it gets over here, when it gets to the 72-hour range, it's over here. Pretty soon, you know, the scientists are going to have that exactly figured out as it's coming up there. And it's going to be within minutes, you know, later on. The scientists are that good that they're going to have it figured out, just like they can figure the crest of a flood coming down the river. But, you know, that's, excuse me, that's how you figure out, that's why you want to know when the release is, because you want to figure out where that trigger earthquake is. Yeah. And so basically,